What's up YouTube, Jordan Stupar. Welcome back to the channel. I am thrilled to have you here. I talk about sales, business, and entrepreneurship. In case you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you never, ever miss a beat. Today, I want to talk to you about how to find a sales job. As a sales influencer and with a decent sized following, I guess, a lot of people ask me, Jordan, how do I find the right sales job? I just graduated college, dropped out of high school, graduated high school. How do I find a career in selling? And today, I'm going to answer that question for you. I started my sales career when I was about 16 or so after getting fired from Chili's. And yes, I was serving tables at Chili's at the age of 16, but they wouldn't allow me to serve any margaritas. So that was a bit of an issue for me, and so was showing up to work. And so the manager fired me. After getting fired from Chili's and dropping out of college, I decided to take my life a little bit more seriously because I wanted to move out of my parents' place and buy a car and an apartment and furniture and clothes and do all the different things that an adult would do with their lives. And so I decided to search Craigslist for a sales job. I immediately started my sales career as a door-to-door salesperson selling alarm and security products to residential homeowners. I did that for 8 years, and it ended up taking me from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I was born and raised, all the way to Virginia, and then all the way to Dallas, Texas, where then I started to get into inside sales and make phone calls, and all the way down to Miami, and so on and so forth. And so obviously, with that type of background, 17 years or so of selling a lot of different products, including cutlery, vacuum cleaners, security products, sales training, vehicles, I've sold cars. I want to tell you how you can find the right sales job for you. But really, at the end of the day, there's about 6 different things that you're going to want to consider or ask yourself before getting a sales job. When it comes to selling products and services, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you believe in your product or your service. At its core, sales is really just an exchange of beliefs and certainty. And if you're not certain and you don't believe in your product and your service and its ability to provide value and solve a problem for your customer, then you're not going to really do a good job of selling, in which case you're not going to make a lot of money, and in which case you're going to be broke and you're probably going to be pretty unhappy with your life. So believe in your product and make sure you find something that you can be a little bit passionate about and at least have some certainty in. Also, make sure you're not getting tricked into thinking that you actually need sales experience to get a sales job. I know that there are a lot of companies and employers out there that list that they would like you to have 5 years or 4 years or 10 years of sales experience, which is bogus. Because at the end of the day, you don't necessarily need sales experience to get a sales job. Now, of course, you probably won't be the person that gets picked into flying across the country and pitching C-level executives multi-million-dollar contracts at Fortune 500 companies if you don't have any experience. However, finding an entry-level sales job is pretty simple and, of course, doesn't require any experience. So don't get tricked into thinking that you need to have a big background of sales in order to get a sales job. The next thing you're going to want to figure out for yourself is how much money you want to make. At the end of the day, there's not a lot of reasons to be a salesperson, go through all the rejection, all the stress, anxiety, sales quotas, and dealing with a sales manager if you're not going to get paid handsomely for it. Although there's several different types of compensation plans for you to choose from as a salesperson, the 2 most popular are full commission and commission only opportunities, or salary plus commission opportunities. Of course, I have a video linked right here where I talk a little bit more about that. You're also going to want to consider whether you want to work alone or if you want to be around a team or a group of people. If you prefer being alone and you are a self-starter and you are motivated and disciplined enough to do the work when nobody's looking, being a road warrior or a door-to-door salesperson is going to be a great opportunity for you since you'll be spending the majority of your time alone. However, if you feed off the energy of a team and you like being in an environment with a lot of other people, then I would highly suggest you get an inside sales job at a phone room or something where you're around other people. Now, of course, as you're looking for a sales job, you're going to see a lot of companies and employers asking or requiring you to have some type of college education or a degree. I want to be the first one to tell you that 9 times out of 10, this does not matter. What matters are your sales skills. Some of the most highest paid salespeople that I know are people that actually dropped out of high school. So no, a college degree is not necessary because colleges and universities and high schools don't teach you how to sell, how to communicate effectively, how to handle rejection, how to handle objections, and get your way, persuade, motivate, and inspire other people to do what is in their best interest to do. So, of course, you're not going to be using algebra, statistics, or history class in your sales career, so it's really not important. Finally, you're going to want to pick what industry you want to work in. Do you want to sell cars? Do you want to sell pharmaceuticals? Do you want to sell medical devices? Do you want to sell software? There's a lot of different products and services and options for you to choose from. And what I would suggest is that you get into a career in selling in an industry that you can at least be semi-passionate about being in. If you absolutely hate pharmaceuticals and medical devices and talking to doctors and visiting hospitals, I would strongly suggest not getting in the medical industry as a salesperson. I would instead encourage you to get into automotive if you enjoy vehicles, or software if you have a background in coding but you want to talk to other people. At the end of the day, it's very important that you're in an industry that you can enjoy and also have enough interest in really understanding, because if you don't understand the industry you're in, the problems that that industry has, then you're going to have a difficult time selling your product and identifying people that have a problem, and therefore you won't be able to provide them with a solution. And then, of course, we go through that vicious cycle again where you're not making a whole lot of money, hate your life, and end up unhappy, which, of course, I don't want you to do. No matter what sales career you end up in, you're gonna need skills, because as I mentioned, they don't teach those in high school and college, and chances are your parents also conditioned you to understand what the word no means, which is not very useful in sales. So if you are looking to develop some skills, you are looking to get better, and you are looking to become a top 1% income earner in the United States, or in the world for that matter, I would strongly encourage you to click the link that I have in the description notes below so that you can join and get some free access to my sales presentation mini masterclass, and I'll see you inside.